All right, you guys, they're saying Henry Cavill is back as Superman, Ben Affleck is possible, and Ezra Miller is doubtful, and no one is gonna lose sleep over that. These updates are coming out in real time. We have a brand new article, so let's check it out. Welcome, my name's Zack. Come on in, grab a seat, get cozy. We have so much to talk about, you guys. And if this is your first time to the Super Reel, we're glad to have you. So we have another article from Cosmic Book News. Henry Cavill back as Superman, Ben Affleck possibly Batman, Snyderverse updates. I have an update on the return of the Snyderverse and what I'm hearing from my insiders. Before getting into it, here's the current situation. Variety reported that the Saudis are teaming with Paramount for a full WBD takeover. Shortly after, Paramount publicly denied the report. So no matter how this turns out, the bottom line stays the same. The Saudis want Zack Snyder back and they want the Snyderverse restored. If the Saudis back Paramount and win, Snyder wins. If they back Comcast and win, Snyder still wins. Either way, Snyder comes out ahead. Yeah, you guys, the big rumor is that the Saudis are backing Comcast. Like the Saudis and Comcast are teaming up to make a bid, make a real play at WBD. As I tweeted, the wild card is President Donald Trump, who has been reported to be backing Skydance Paramount. While Trump is said to dislike Comcast CEO, my insiders point out that Comcast positioned itself for a WBD bid by creating a separate company to dump the networks Trump hates. So that issue may not stop anything. My insiders told me Zack knows exactly what's going on with Trump, and that's why Zack posted that Henry Cavill Superman image on Veterans Day. Update, the White House just announced a massive deal worth $600 million with the Saudis after meeting with Trump. Yeah, at this point, it is no secret that the Saudis and Donald Trump are kind of cool with each other. Same with the Ellisons, who are at the top of Paramount. But what's very interesting is that the CEO of Comcast, Brian Roberts, has been recently in Saudi Arabia like 48 hours ago, ostensibly on different business, but the rumors are really swirling that the Saudis are teaming up with Comcast, who own Universal, to make a serious bid, you guys. And right now it's looking like the major players are Netflix, Paramount, and Comcast. If the Snyderverse truly comes back, that means the actors return to their roles. I'm told Henry Cavill is back as Superman, Gal Gadot is back as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa will be back as Aquaman, Ray Fisher will be back as Cyborg, Ezra Miller as the Flash, I'm told doubtful. Yeah, Ezra Miller can stay home, he can kick rocks. We are not really worried about Ezra Miller, but as far as everyone else is concerned, I really want them back, and I do think they will come back. The biggest unknown is Ben Affleck. If you follow the last decade of drama, you know he's been burned multiple times, including being cut from the real ending of The Flash. Many insiders say Affleck possibly returns as Batman, but warn it's a lot of physicality. Yeah, I think Ben Affleck would return if everyone else returns. I just don't see him sitting out if Henry Cavill comes back and Gal Gadot comes back, and I really do think both those actors are coming back. So I do think Ben Affleck would return, but I do think he's gonna want way more money, and he's probably going to want some assurances. He's probably going to want to make sure the Snyderverse gets complete. He doesn't want to get burned again. But everyone's saying that Ben Affleck is completely done with it. I don't think knows the real truth. I don't think anyone truly knows the real truth other than Ben Affleck, and I do think everyone has their price. He's probably going to be like, yo, pay me that Robert Downey Jr. money and I'll come back. So I'm told the plan is for Snyder to finish his Snyderverse. I'm told the Saudi WBD deal has been in the works for some time. It's also the reason Zaslav passed on Paramount's earlier bids 3 times. That is very interesting, you guys, because we all do remember that Paramount was really trying to get WBD, and we do know that they did have these 3 bids, and it's very interesting that they're mentioning that Zaslav has been talking with the Saudis this whole time, and that's the reason why he's been rejecting those bids. We know Zaslav has the shares at $30 a share for WBD, and most people like Paramount are trying to get it for like $23, $24 a share, but the Saudis have money to burn, so if they want to go in there with Comcast and they want to pay that $30 a share, I mean, money talks, you guys, that's all I'm saying. After Snyder completes his arc, I'm told DC will reboot again, likely under Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy, the current heads of Warner Bros. Pictures. Regarding James Gunn and the DCU, I'm told that if Paramount and the Saudis are indeed teaming up, James Gunn's DCU is toast and Gunn will be forced out due to Gunn's divisive politics. Gunn, the head of DC Studios, posted and said nothing on Veterans Day. I've also been told that Gunn's Man of Tomorrow is just the original plans for Man of Steel 2 with Brainiac. I've been told that if Comcast Universal ends up buying WBD, there's a real chance Gunn could actually team with Zack Snyder for the Snyderverse return. My insiders say one idea being floated is Gunn writing the Justice League 2 script, with Chris Terrio already having a treatment and Snyder directing. It would be a full circle moment since Gunn and Snyder both got their starts at Universal with Dawn of the Dead. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, smash that subscribe button. This is the best account under 1,000 subs. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the article, and what do you think? I personally do not mind behind the idea of James Gunn staying on board with DC, just being a part of the team, not like the main guy in charge. I've said this before, I do think James Gunn has talent. I just don't like 100% unfettered James Gunn. But if you bring him on and he's working in a team and he's collaborating with people, I think they can really do some beautiful work, you guys. But this guy in the article thinks if Paramount gets it, James Gunn's out. But we heard at one point that they planned on keeping James Gunn, but they were just moving more on the conservative side, because we know the head of Paramount are the Ellisons and they're in bed with Trump. And we know that their goal is to target the heartland of America, right? And so we were told that James Gunn would stay on, but we get the sense that he would have like this type of leash on him. But this guy in the article thinks that if Paramount gets it, that James Gunn is just going to be cut out completely. I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't think Paramount's going to get it. From what we've been hearing over the last few days, it seems like Paramount is like, oh, we don't even want it anymore type deal. I think the Saudis are making a real big play. If you guys think DC is just going to come up for sale and the Saudis are going to have like no card to play, no hand in it, it just doesn't make sense. They are really going after major IPs and major media companies. But it really doesn't take studying abroad in Cambridge like your boy to spot that James Gunn is on his last leg. Because if the Saudis and Comcast are teaming up, then it really does sound like Zack Snyder's vision is going to come to fruition. And they may bring on James Gunn, but it does seem like it's going to be like the Zack Snyder show. And Netflix, we all think Netflix wants to bring back the Snyderverse. They were hyping up the fact that Black Adam is about to be on Netflix or whatever. So, and it does make sense that the Saudis are going to team up with Comcast just to make it seem more palatable to the American audience. Comcast needs the money. The New York Post posted this 2 days ago. What is unclear is how he can pay for a deal that will cost many tens of billions of dollars depending on how much WBD he bids on. He, in this context, is referring to Brian Roberts, the CEO of Comcast. Comcast has a weak cash position, just $9 billion. It has an A- bond rating that could easily be destabilized with a large borrowing to finance the deal, since it has nearly $100 billion in debt. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like they are the perfect mark for the Saudis. The Saudis are like, oh, hey, Comcast, you need this infusion of cash? Well, we want to get our hands in the IP of DC. We want Warner Brothers, so let's team up with you. We'll give you the cash and we'll go in on this thing together. No one's gonna outbid us because we have all the oil money. Brian Roberts and the Comcast team has come out and said things along the lines of they are very confident that they are gonna win this bidding war. We know that WBD has set a date, November 20th, when all the interested parties need to come together with their initial offers. They're not gonna be binding, but they do need to be there on November 20th to have a shot. I will report on it. Whatever comes out from November 20th, we will be right here to talk about it. But this is very interesting. What do you guys think about this? I really want Henry Cavill back. And to all the people saying Jason Momoa is Lobo and he's happy over there, I'm telling you right now, Jason Momoa wants to be part of the DC. If James Gunn's DC universe is going to collapse and he's out of a job and someone's like, hey, play Aquaman, we're still doing these DC movies, he's going to sign right up. As far as Ray Fisher is concerned, I'm almost positive he'll be done with Broadway in a heartbeat if you say, here is a movie role. It's so much more money in the movies. Gal Gadot loves playing Wonder Woman. She's gonna be back. I think people can care less about her political stance. Gal Gadot is smoking hot. No one gives a crap about her political stance. She's a great Wonder Woman. I think bringing her back, she's gonna make money. The studio's gonna make money. Everyone's gonna be happy. And like I said, the question mark really is Ben Affleck, but I do think he's going to come back. I think all it takes is a little bit of money. All it takes is a little bit of assurances, a nice contract, and he's gonna be right back in that Batman suit, and we're gonna be the better for it. But tell me what you guys think. I think these are very exciting times. I really do want the Snyderverse back. I did enjoy the James Gunn Superman movie, but you know, I already told you guys how I felt about that. Henry Cavill was just born to play Superman. I want to see Henry Cavill Superman. I love his aura. I love his vibe. I love everything that Henry Cavill does as Superman. And Ben Affleck's Batman is one of the best Batman we've ever seen. And that's another reason why I think he's gonna come back. The role of Batman is one of the most coveted positions in Hollywood. A-list actors want to be Batman. Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale. Everyone wants to be Batman. It's a coveted role in Hollywood. I think he would come back to play Batman. But let me know your thoughts in the comments about all this, you guys. Be on the lookout for my Running Man review. Be on the lookout for more top 10 aura moments videos. I love doing those videos. Click here to spam more of my content. And as always, thank you for inviting me into your home, and thank you for joining me in mine. I'll see you guys in the next video.